Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Insatiables episode 9, featuring the Insatiables. Hello, players, friends,
hello,
countrymen.
I cannot
I'm
be
one of those
satiated.
things.
Hell yeah. Guys, we're down Red today. Red had... Now, this is what he told me. A very late Christmas party.
February.
February.
End of
You know,
February.
At least February, like, it begs the question why, but it's not so far away to be incredulous.
I know.
However,
right?
in like a week or so, when it was March, I would have been like, nah, that's a fucking lie. But now I'm like, I'm gonna need an explanation.
Oh. Well, Red, wherever you are, I hope you're happy. That came off
Sounded a
really
little jilted.
Yeah,
passive-aggressive.
it sounds a little threatening.
Fuck you.
I hope you're happy.
I hope your new DM's as hot as I am.
Definitely some jilted lover speech. Yeah.
It's true. Hey, Rube, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Ready to die on the road.
We love the road. Why would you want to die on it?
I'm just... One of our main fighters is gone and we're going on a trip. We'll see.
I'm sure I can pilot Simon to attack things. Anyway, Osric, or rather Hen, playing Osric, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm the cat. Cat, don't do this.
Are they going to turn off your camera again?
This is the problem cat. This is the troublemaker, so he might. Other than that, I'm doing good. I'm on week 2 of illness, but I'm feeling much better.
Oh no.
So, great.
Well, I'm happy to hear you're on the mend, although I don't remember you getting sick. Were you sick last week?
I was sick last week, but it wasn't like, it was just like a cold, and the cold turned into like a really bad cough. Literally Sunday night after this game.
You know, that's happened to me before. Literally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
in
vividly recall.
December of the last time we played.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, speaking of jilted lovers, how are you?
I'm doing good. Jilting all those lovers, and I'm ready for Pax to die on the road.
True. How shallow will his grave be?
I figure we can give him more than 6 inches, but probably less than a foot.
Unburied is also an option.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
leave him rotting for the dog.
Leave him to the elements. No one will figure out what's going on.
We'll put an eye patch on him to try to fool the assassins.
It would 2 eye patches.
Greg, how are you?
I'm tired. I am in the middle of tax season. I've been putting in a lot of hours at work.
Boy, howdy.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for staying awake long enough for me to torture
Not gonna
you
lie.
in this game.
Just got up from like a little nap.
Oh. Very nice. Guys, I'm doing great. I know nobody cares or asks ever, but John DM is on a high right now. He's actually gotten good sleep for once in the past 5 years. And I've been playing XCOM 2, The Long War. I don't know if anyone knows about XCOM 2, The Long War. Talked a little
I was
bit about it.
dismissive of that last night, but like a lot of people enjoy it. It seems like a fun game. I'm glad.
It's
that,
not.
like,
I hate it, but also it's about the stories you get, not about
kind
how
of
many
proving me
reload
right.
saves.
Anyway, I was trying to be gracious, John.
No, fuck you, Greg. We have
That's
no
fair.
grace here. Party, what happened last week? A lot of stuff, right? Right?
A lot of stuff. We made a friend.
Oh,
Jam share.
champ share.
Friend might be a strong word, but we
Yeah.
did escort a small boy back to the wizard tower he escaped from.
Only to
We
watch
met-
it launched off again. Oh,
He's like Team Rocket, you know. He's just got to find a small cat familiar, and he's cooking.
true. What else happened? Hen?
Mm,
Fuck
I
you,
didn't do
dude.
anything.
And what
Ozric
happened
did
last week?
nothing.
We had a beautiful party, and there was no threats or anything, and we all left. We hugged each other and sang "Kumbaya," and
Oh yeah.
Yeah. One of the rare times peace was an option.
peace was an
Except
option. And we
it
took
kind of wasn't, because the Halfling Mafia got absolutely like curb stomped. Like,
That was
an hour
peaceful.
Later.
That was
It was peaceful
was
curb stomping. Yeah.
That was
It's
a
mostly
peaceful
peaceful.
curb stomping.
Yeah.
At least Osric engaged peacefully. He was
That's
just giving
true.
Friend advice.
you were coaching. Yeah.
I was giving some friendly advice. That's all I was doing.
Yeah.
Very true.
But it's pardoned, so it's fine.
Yeah. Proactively pardoned.
Proactively pardoned.
I don't even know if it was pardoned so much as it was like lost in the paperwork. Right?
Yeah,
It like
pretty much,
came up
yeah.
on the docket and suddenly
Oh,
disappeared.
who's to say what happened?
Nick, now is the
Yeah.
time. What happened last week?
Jonal got a fountain dedicated, or not fountain, well dedicated to him.
True?
Oh, we really missed the opportunity to make it a fountain of Osric and Thyman like peeing on the flames. John, I think we need retcon powers.
In the future, you're gonna go destroy the well and install a fountain.
Make a note of that.
And we left off on Jonal and Bell infiltrating the library of the Wizard's Tower in the city.
Indeed. We did leave off on that, didn't we? Huh?
Where Bell got aggressively hit on.
Indeed.
From the shadows of Janal, though. Like they couldn't get too close because they were hugging Janal for magic missile effects.
Protection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. I guess we can resume there if there's no other things to say. Greg, did we miss anything in the recap?
We took a boat over to the city to the west of the burning island, where we met the Smoke and Scarlet, the House of Smoke and Scarlet, and then we partied / not partied / convinced Osric not to beat up the Dragonborn sister of mine, where we learned everything was chill actually, and no debts need to be repaid. And then we started heading north. We decided to walk because walking's chill and based actually, not boating anywhere. And we've taken a quick stop at the Mage Tower. I'm not entirely sure why Janal wanted to go to the Mage Tower. I think it's Hoarfrost Witch secrets, but maybe not. And
That's
then
correct.
Elle's an opportunistic person and wanted to wriggle her way in somewhere for magic secrets.
Okay. Well, guys, I have us on the 10th of September, also known as Fantasy September. Oh, that joke never gets old, and I'm the only one who cares about it. But you, too? Jonal and Bell? No one else? Pax, where
Well,
are you?
and our little guide.
Indeed. We'll get to the little guide. Pax and Osric,
I
I
was-
need to know where you two are real quick.
Weren't we shopping for potions and salves and things like that?
Yeah, we did shopping.
Okay.
Things for our trip. Maybe escorting Bahammaron around.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Alright.
Looking really menacing or something, so.
Actually being caravan guards.
Yeah.
We're caravan
For once.
maxing.
Making up for the week of just fucking around that we did.
Okay. Then we will resume on Bell, Jonal, and this strange guy who was the doorman, said he'd sneak you in if you would protect him from magic missile sniping Jonal. I believe that was one of the things, and that's why he is literally puppeting your body while on top of you. It's quite uncomfortable, to say the least. Jesus Christ. That's the imagery. What was this? This wasn't the main entrance. This was the side entrance, wasn't it? Oh.
I think it was the main entrance because Jonal walked up and was like, "Hey, I want to go to the library." And the guy was like, "Are you a part of the tower?" And Jonal was like, "No." And he was like, "Well, I can't let you in." And then I tried to like say, "Hey, but you can let us in." And then he was a massive lecher and said, "I would, but I'm going to get magic missiled." And Jonal was like, "Hey, I know shield." And so he just like let us in. I'm pretty sure this is like right through the front door.
And it is straight through the front door
Yeah.
that he will lead you to inside. Going past a animated armor that's standing by the door that he quickly does a little hand gesture to of, you know who I am. The animated
These are not
armor.
the intruders you were looking for.
Indeed. And you three will immediately go into a large, open, cylindrical area. You all are surrounded by bookshelves that line the walls, going straight up for dozens of feet. This place is roughly 60 feet high in terms of just bookshelf. There are platforms for standing on. Some of these platforms are supported enough to have chairs and tables on that a few wizards / acolytes / aspirants are reading from. There are floating books that are moving between the shelves, literally flapping their covers like wings. It is horrifying. You don't know the purpose of what they're doing in the first place. The mystical and wondrous amount of information here, Jonal, is not something you'd ever imagine you'd have access to before. You see that there are several ladders that can be rolled across the cylindrical room, going up and up and up, as well as a few side doors on the ground floor that go into the building proper. This guy, whose name you never caught nor asked for, will question you guys. So, yeah, this is where all the information is. What were you guys looking for?
I was looking for histories of a Hoarfrost witch.
Why?
She's pretty cool.
But tis, that's right, she is cool. Some would say she's frozen solid. Yeah,
Wait, is she frozen solid somewhere?
What?
Is she frozen solid somewhere?
I don't know. Is she?
You're the one with the histories.
Yeah, but I don't care about cyromancy or cryomancy. What's it called? What's the study of ice? He asks like some guy passing by you and is just like, dude, what are you doing here? Aren't you on Vidor? Nope, not right now, I'm not.
Not right now.
That's the animated armor's job.
I think you call it ice magic.
Ice magic? That seems silly. Don't you know that all magic has mancy in it? Like diplomancy, the art of talking with people? No. We don't like that joke. Alright. Here, follow me! And he says this while literally grabbing Jonal's arm and shoving him to his head. This way now. Jonal, if you enjoy being marionetted, you will be led to a section that you are definitely not supposed to have access to. And when climbing up the ladder to reach it, it is awkward for you. You know what? I don't know if you can even climb this ladder with this man on top of you since you're so weak. Why don't you give me a strength athletics check to climb up a 5-foot ladder with this guy on your back?
Okay.
Oh, no.
I watched this like awkward marionette duo stumbling around, almost knocking the ladder over, like having whatever mess ups this clearly is with that roll. And Belle's just going to like daintily step aside and say, "Boys, why don't you leave this to me? You don't seem the bookish types." And I'm gonna cast Invisible Servant and have it just like go get me like a handful of books from where they were reaching for to come back down and start opening up in front of them.
Wait, no, you're not supposed to use magic to touch the book. The warning goes off. The Invisible Servant flies up there, moving a dank 30 feet. And then Jonal's body comes crashing down on top of this guy. Jonal, you're gonna deal 1d6 points of bludgeoning damage to this man who is on top of your back, which, of course, when you fall, he takes the brunt of it. Air escapes his body as he suffers 4 points of damage. That's 4 4s, baby. Or 3 4s? Do we have another one in us somewhere, guys? Oh my god, someone roll 1d4. Just for fun. Anyone. I believe.
I rolled one, but
I got
Corn
there.
did
I
get
got
a
the 4. I got the 4 on the D4, John. I rolled 4 4s in a row.
Belle, you grab 4 books, each one different than the last, because that's how books are in this world. They aren't copied, they are handwritten, hand-bound, and when your magical servant touches them, an alarm spell will ring out in your section, or rather, the bookshelf you grabbed them from. Immediately, the Invisible Servant is, as we referringly called, fairy fired. Ugh. I don't know if he gets a saving throw.
I'm just gonna assume no.
Okay. Invisible Servant suddenly becomes Visible Servant. What does it look like, Belle?
The servant is going to look like a have you seen Sailor Moon? It is going to look like Tuxedo Mask. Like dapper, big hat, rose, right? It is the most posh possible and like flamboyant servant.
Your posh tuxedo mask servant looks at you. You look at it. I don't know if Belle's ever seen this thing visible before.
I don't know.
It'd be very weird if she did.
Oh my gosh, my servant's hot.
But you'll also watch as it immediately dies, as seemingly from nowhere, a magic missile strikes it dead on. It falls.
Is there a way I can make some kind of Arcana check to make this thing, like, drop its books directly on Jonal? Like, make it seem as if it was in that direction?
For sure.
Absolutely.
With its final breath, the Invisible Servant gasps. Oh!
Alright,
Okay.
what would you... I suggested Arcana. Does that sound
what's
like a
the
reasonable
Arcana?
check to you? Alright, excellent. Let's see how good I am at this. That is a 20. It's not bad.
Where do you want the books to land, I guess?
I want them to land open, like binder open, like on Janal's chest. Like he has like 4 books in front of him while he's laying on this guy, as if he would pull them off the ladder.
Like a weird-looking lobster, Jonal, 4 books land on top of you, crashing into your torso. Now I'm gonna deal damage to you. How's it feel? You will suffer
Feels
3 points
The
of
books do
bludgeoning
fall damage.
1 for the 3 books of the 4 that land on you.
Okay.
This guy
With 4
who's
books on
underneath
top of me,
Jonal,
I'm
who's
now,
underneath the books. Oh, these heavy-ass tomes. Oh, I'm in trouble now. He calls out. And as he mutters this out, you all will see, or rather, you two, will see a witch descend from the sky, or rather, the cylindrical room, from one of the top shelves, wand out, feather falling herself downward to land. You guys have some action to do? Anything you guys want to do?
Bella's going to do her best to kind of like step away from the like commotion and like maybe blend in, not by like disappearing in the crowd, but by immediately talking with other wizards. Like, oh my god, did you see? Did you see what they just did? Like, just like having a gossip. I had a hard time finding my accent there for a second. Sorry. I just try to. I'm tired.
It's okay.
Sorry. And I try to like not blend in by like disappearing like a rogue, but just becoming a like gossip with like as if I'm meant to be there talking with these people.
Okay, I need you to make me a performance check at disadvantage, not because you're unskilled at this blending in, but because all of them are.
Fair. Okay. That is a 13.
You find the coolest looking guy of all the wizards, which isn't saying much, right? But clearly, like, this guy has talked with a girl before, unlike all the other wizards and witches here, including the witches who are presumably female. Regardless, this person is normalized, and he's like, oh, hey, yeah, this guy, Dan, I don't know what it is with Dan, but every time he does something, he gets into trouble. How did you meet him? Where'd you come from?
Oh, I've come from many places. I'm a traveler, don't you know? Studying all kinds of things over the world. What's your favorite place you've been to away from here? I bet I got a story to tell.
I was born here. I've never left.
Oh, well, we gotta get you wandering some way.
That
Let
sounds
me tell
like
you about this.
Vaguely like a threat, honestly.
You don't want to explore and see the world? That's
Not really.
Oh, it's full of wonderful people. You'd be amazed who you meet.
As Belle separates from the scene, Jonal, you were shoved off by this guy named Dan, a wizard, who will get up and quickly be having a wand pointed in his face by this big-hatted witch, who will tell him bluntly, I'm going to hurt you really badly. He will nod his head. Okay. I understand. By the way, this guy stole books, and then he's gonna make a break for it immediately. Jonal, what do you do as this witch casts a spell on this guy who brought you in here? Clearly against school regs.
I'm chilling.
You chill as Dan rolls a natural 2 on his wisdom saving throw against hold person. Ugh! Caught mid-run, will fall to the ground. Frozen for a minute. He'll remake saves later. This witch will stare at you and say, who are you?
I am Jonal the Ardent. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Are you stealing books from us?
Certainly not. I don't... Where would I even put them? As I don't even carry a backpack. I have a little pouch on my person. That's really
pouch
about
of
it.
holding.
Nope. I thought those were banned by the Geneva Convention.
I'm surprised you're so well read. Stand up, Jonal. And then her eyes will go to Belle, who is clearly the most, not well-dressed, but differently dressed.
Oh, definitely well-dressed, yes.
Definitely well-dressed. From the wizards and witches that she is currently surrounded by. Get your friend and go outside right now.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, you. Step away from the wizard.
Oh, but he's such a swell fellow.
You aren't supposed to be here. This is a restricted access entry area. Go on. Go to the entrance hall. And then we shall discuss what it is you have done.
Yes,
right.
madam.
Belle knows when she's in a corner. She will collect herself. She gives like a like personalized farewell to each of those like overmatched wizards and people in their little circle. I don't know. It's always nice to give get a little inroad if necessary. And then we'll make it to the entrance hall, I suppose.
30 seconds later, Dan, being dragged out in solid motion, will go full dead weight as he passes his saving throw. And you all, with this witch, will stand awkwardly in the corner, getting the talk down from the matron of this place. You called her madam, that's close enough. She will explain to you how many rules you have broken as strangers, and say, since you did not damage anything, we will be lenient for now. Why are you here, and how did you solicit this vagrant who pretends to be a necromancer into letting you inside?
Oh, you'd be amazed how far you get with a smile.
All I was looking for was more information on the Hoarfrost Witch. She seems super awesome, and I just want to know more about her.
Have you never heard of the stories?
I've heard some stories, but I'm sure that in your boundless tomes that you know much, much more.
I'm willing to bet our little Jonal here has something you might not. Perhaps instead of berating him, you might undergo a little trade of information.
You wish to trade information?
Let him study his witch, find his sources, and we'll show you a prophecy that I'm sure you've never seen.
A prophecy?
Indeed, from the witch herself.
Jonal, give me a quick insight check.
Yeah. Nat 20.
What is the scared, or most scared, Jonal has ever been in? Like, situation-wise. Give us a little anecdote.
I mean, I think there were a lot of situations that were scary, but Jonal was always good at scurrying away. I think one of the times that he couldn't scurry away, he got cornered by the butcher when he had been caught stealing a little for himself, and he just got absolutely the shit kicked out of him by this butcher as he got cornered in an alley that someone had put something up in a spot thought he could run through.
Jonal, the butcher. I suppose you have seen the eyes of someone who is planning to harm you quite considerably. You look at this witch, this authority figure who Belle is schmoozing quite well and quite readily. But you, Jonal, see through the politeness, the thin veil of a wizard who is being told you have secrets related to one of the world's most renowned sorceresses in the entire world. And for a flash, you feel in not just mortal peril, but, well, what is worse than mortal peril? Your imagination runs rampant at the thought of what a wizard backed by one of this nation's magical towers could do to a renegade sorcerer such as yourself. What do you do?
Listen, I'm eyeing for exits. Like, are there any windows in this place? Or there's this is the front entrance area, so I assume there's the door we came in through.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of windows, 2 big double doors.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking for... right now, nothing bad is happening, so I'm not yet on the run, because once you start running, they start coming for you, right?
That is true.
It's true.
What information, what prophecy?
Yeah.
Be
So you are
honest with
interested.
the topic, Mr. Jonal the Ardent.
I believe she may have hidden some of her magic away,
Yes.
and I have a clue that should lead us in the direction of its magic.
If what you say is true, then you will be a very rich man quite shortly. What is this clue?
Now. You gotta pay up front. Think he needs access to some books.
If he... Rather, I am sure a woman of your profession understands that lies and half-truths are worth nothing. If you know the location or the whereabouts of the Hoarfrost Witch's workshop, you will be set for life if what you have is true and authentic. But if this clue is nothing more than what a soothsayer might piece together with a cold reading, then it will be worth nothing but the hot air expelled from the person's lungs.
John,
Yeah.
you said there's some windows. Can I get over near one of them? Just slowly and casually?
Sure.
Okay. God damn it. Oh, do things that are bad ideas? Always.
Correct.
Out the window, is it just like a large open area, or is it
Yeah.
like the main road?
There
Or
is a small courtyard that leads to the rest of the city. It's basically a practice/demonstration area for magical wizards to show off that they can do spells to the public. You saw, on your way in fact, you saw someone cast the levitate spell on little Shamshir before catapulting him off into the sky.
How big is this courtyard? How far until I can get to like a crowd?
To the street/road itself? Probably
Yeah.
like 100 feet.
Christ.
You know, enough room where a fireball could go off in a spectacular fashion without endangering the public or a house.
Yeah, I think I'm making a break for it, John. I will use Subtle Spell to cast Misty Step.
Now, she goes to talk with Belle, who's the biggest distraction in the world, as always.
I am a very good distraction.
You meander towards a window, and then you cast Subtle Spell for Misty Step, where you need not a verbal component or a semantic component, and bamf away. Foop.
And I'm making a run for the street.
This witch is talking with Belle, and then she turns to Jonal and saying something unheard by the sorcerer. And where did he go?
Oh, that's a good question.
She ducks her head
unexpected.
towards the window and just sees you hauling ass.
Well, if he won't trade with you, he's told me and, well, everyone else, everything the ring says, I might still be able to trade with you.
Perhaps. And what is it that you want?
Well, I have less cares about books of the Hoarfrost Witch, but I would feel slightly obligated to get something in that regard. I am using his currency after all. But I have interests in secrets and relics and lost things. I'm a traveler, you know, and a storyteller. I love secrets and lost things. Let me see what you have. I don't need to touch. I just need to know. Be in proximity to weave my tales. And lend me a book on the secrets of the Hoarfrost Witch so that we may peruse it. I probably won't, but I'll give it to the book nerd that ran away. Gonna have to
We
work
do
on
not
his editing.
lend books out here. We
Then
can
let me
get you
copy
a
it
copy
down.
of information, but we would never give anyone a full book.
Then let me copy the full book.
Do you know how to read and write?
Oh, dear, I'm a storyteller. Of course I do. In many languages.
Then let us discuss what you know.
Well, let us discuss the Hoarfrost ring. Greg's gonna have to open his notes to find what it says.
While
Do I
you
need
do
to
that-
tell her? Yeah? Okay.
That seems like a good cutoff point for this scene. As Jonal runs back to the party, specifically Osric and Pax, as well as Buhaman, who are currently shopping, getting ready to set out for the long journey northward. Jonal, you come huffing and puffing to Pax and Osric, their bags filled with medicinal stuff.
Ah, shit. Janal, what'd you burn down?
I didn't burn down anything. There was a witch who wanted to kill me. I swear I saw it in her eyes. The murderous intent.
Well,
She
knowing
did
you,
a
Janal,
JoJo pose.
Janal, did you leave Belle behind with this murderous witch?
Maybe.
Well, I'm not too worried about Belle. Belle's the
That's
most capable
fair.
out of us.
I'm not worried
You
about
really
Belle.
just met her. Whatever.
Janal,
Belle's
however, being the cowardly young man that he is,
I think cowardly, smart Osric, smart young man to run from a witch.
where was this witch?
At the tower.
At the tower where witches and wizards live?
Yeah?
I'm sorry, Pags, you were saying about being real smart or something?
Running is always smart. You get yourself in dumb situations and you smarten up and you run.
Fucking.
I'm glad you're in
Children.
one piece.
I need to get
Going back to
myself
the
some
tower,
stuff.
Janal.
Some clothes, some different clothes, you know?
Some new underwear, perhaps.
Some new underwear.
Bring me my brown pants.
You are a shame of a living being.
Hey,
I
listen.
understand.
Holy fuck. You are a shame.
Osric's out here dealing psychic damage.
My god.
Have you ever been fireballed?
No, I haven't, Janal, because I haven't gotten myself in a situation for that to occur.
Which is a miracle.
Well, neither have I, and I don't want to.
Like, the tower for witches and wizards to live, and you met a witch there. Shocking. It would have been more surprising if you had gone there and you had not met a witch or a wizard.
No shit!
Janal, I don't
It's
It's
Okay.
not
understand
about
what this
being a witch
is
or a
about.
witch.
You walked into their home.
You didn't see her eyes! Like,
Janal, I don't
her
understand
eyes
that
said,
you suck
it
at
is
it.
literally
I don't know
8
what
seconds
you
until
saw.
I fireball your ass!
You know, going in circles won't fix anything. Jonal, do you want to lay low with us and then maybe try to find Belle later?
Yeah, I need to
Or
find
do you want to
some-
grow the fuck up and go deal with your problems?
Hell no.
Run from your problems. That's what I do.
We have an
Smart
angel
man.
and a demon, but one's just an angry dwarf, and the other one's like, "Hey, I love running from shit." Like,
It's unbelievable. He's never gonna grow up if you treat him like this. I hope you know that.
I'm not his dad. I don't care if he grows up.
You're right. You're not.
Really?
A father would take him back to deal with his problems. This is how my children were raised. All right, they're fine.
we smash cut to like 4 dwarven children with like families and good jobs. Like one's a broker, like one's an architect. One works with his hands.
Jonal, do you hide away with your friends?
Yeah, I think first I need to get some stuff so I can make myself a disguise so I don't look like myself.
Change
I
your
suspect that
McDonald's
maybe
uniform to
wizards
the
have
Burger
some-
King.
Yeah,
He's like shaking his head at you the
Listen.
whole time. Just
I need to look like a man who works at a Steak and Shake instead.
You dress in all white. Quickly. Oh, I don't know.
I do
If you
have
really wanted to
disguise
throw them
kit
off,
proficiency.
since you look like a McDonald's worker, you should look like Burger King. Like that, no self-respecting, service worker would cross those picket lines.
True.
The war between Burger King and McDonald's. Oh, sorry. I'm tired. My brain's silly.
Okay. Jonal, you will create a disguise for yourself. Osric, you will be disappointed in Jonal's actions and being for the next undetermined amount of time, I suppose.
Probably forever.
forever. Yeah.
Pax, you don't give one wait till Sunday about what Jonal's doing. Thyman
I think I joined
is
Jonal and
present.
I'm getting disguised.
I'm just present. He looks up from his desk as he works on his next jewelry piece.
Indeed.
I'm here.
In fact.
Yeah, I give Pax disguise tips.
I'll lend you an eye patch. They work wonders.
Y'all are shameful.
They are quite shameful.
Yes, but we're alive.
All right, Belle. What do you tell?
I am a storyteller at heart, so I start from the beginning, mostly using Jonal's own words, because I wasn't there, but he's told the story drunkenly in, like, every bar I've ever seen him in, so I'm
Yep.
pretty good. And I'm gonna, like, spice it up as I go. So I'm like, the double D's were hunting a tremendous beast, manticore-like in power and hunger. It had slain countless beings after ripping its head from its body, its claws from its hands. They finally slew it and found it had made lair upon an old and ancient fresco, set into the very stone itself. Magic willed into the painting, into the stonework, and in its center a diamond, a blood diamond that upon being touched hovered in the air, the magic welling within it. Many of them did not want to touch it, but Jonal has a special calling to things secrets and mundane. He reached out with his mind and his first level spell slot and identified the blood diamond. And inside of it, a voice of cold and utter terror, pristine and still as the icy pond, spoke into their minds. They still hold this blood diamond and can still recall its tales, as it tells them to to seek the frosted cold at the source of a northern serpent, within the shade of a setting soul, the second servant's water, orient, find what lays beneath falls, and you shall see my king's sacred halls. They tell to embrace the bitter cold, do not report, and you shall find ice that looks like feathers. And I don't know if I'm doing a good job of spicing this up, but like Bell sure is, right? There's a lot of like juice on this.
I think you juiced it up quite well, Greg, on your own.
Okay.
Then from what you have told me, it will be easy to prove the veracity of your claim. All you must do is bring to me this diamond, and we will have a deal. Show me the truth of what you have done, and I will enrich you with knowledge, and I'm sure my Archmage will enrich you with wealth.
All right. I can accept this deal, but I want a condition. You know, as a traveler in strange lands, going from bar to tavern to tell my stories, sometimes they like to stiff me once I've given them my work. I would hate to hand you over a gem and not get anything from it. Now, if you would please, let's go half and half. Give me a copy, or let me copy, the book my man wants, and I will take it to him, return with the jewel, and when I prove the veracity of the Blood Diamond's tale, show me what I want to see.
If your friend had not run away with his tail tucked between his legs, like a cowardly fuck, I would 100% take you up on this offer. Unfortunately, he did that right in front of us both. Which...
That was unfortunate.
Yes. Now, I'm not saying that he has a pattern of running away, but as a first meeting and first impression, it did not look very good. We are an established government office here. Our reputation is under much more scrutiny than a rogue pack of sorcerers or whatever you are.
A storyteller.
Indeed. But I am a witch respected by judges, suzerains, kings across this continent. I have much more to lose than you.
Do I have a token of the suzerain that we stayed with of any kind? Do I have like a, hey, we're going to dedicate this... Well, is there like a, hey, we're going to dedicate this well to Jonal, like, you know, certificate of we did this thing, or like, we're going to officially pardon Thyman for beating the shit out of some halflings, or like, I didn't ask for anything specifically, Belle, but like, being able to produce some kind of token from the suzerain in a moment might be, I don't know, within a collective power of the party. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
So he was rewarding you guys for helping out the city in a discreet and subtle manner. Now, although that subtle manner turned into a fucking forest fire and set an island ablaze.
The idea is that he was being like secret, kind of like, hey, thanks for doing this, now fuck off, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine.
You want a name on the well, we'll make up a story. You want to take down the halfling mafia, go nuts. But, you know, get out after you do.
All right. I don't think Belle stole a quill or a signet from the man. I'm not like trying to become a klepto. So I thought maybe producing a like, so am I type of thing might be a fun nod. But I would really like to convince her to give me something up front, but I suppose I'm kind of cornered in that way. I don't know if I have anything. I guess, okay, I guess as a last gasp, Belle will look at her and say, I didn't really catch your name, madam. What if I were to offer some sort of collateral?
What kind of collateral?
It's a good question. What do I have? You know what I do have? I have platinum coins, presumably with some kind of like infernal mark or maybe not even infernal, but like special mark from the House of Smoke and Scarlet. They're unusual and considerably valuable. What if I were to leave a book's worth of unusual platinum as collateral to be returned with return of the book, and the rest of our deal intact?
For me to repeat what you've just said, you will put up, what, 50 platinum? How much are you offering exactly?
So, Belle has 41 platinum remaining after paying out the party. I was going for a subtle greed instead of a like I'm gonna steal people's shit, but I don't think that worked quite the way I intended. So I think rather than saying I have 41 platinum, Belle's gonna like haggle to like bring the price down and try to get it to like 40 platinum as a like that should be more than enough of collateral for a book, even a spicy one.
Yes, it is. We have done such trades before for rare currencies and rare metals, especially magical ones like platinum.
Then I guess I'll like produce it, right? Belle doesn't like just taking a sack of coins out. That sounds awful. So I guess she'll performatively just begin like taking platinum pieces out and putting them in
keep
piles.
Them spread out as individual coins all over your body. This seems
more
highly
fun that
inefficient
way.
to store money.
Yeah. Look, the performance is more important than the efficiency.
It just seems impractical.
Impracticality is my middle name. Anyway. I will produce 40, like 4 stacks of 10 platinum that she can observe and say, I believe this will be this will be plenty of collateral. It will be yours should I not return with the book and the blood diamond.
Very well. Which book are you seeking information from? The one of... What was it again you were searching for? Treasures and secret lore?
I want what Jonal was looking for as part of our deal, and then when I come back, I want to see the, like, I don't know, whatever they've got. They're a magic tower. They've got a reliquary or something. Belle wants access to the reliquary for her, but she's bargaining to get Jonal's book first, and then, like, come back with it and the blood gem to finish the rest of her deal.
Very well. We will have a transcript of the Hoarfrost Witch and her many adventures brought up.
Pleasure doing business with you.
She will let you keep your money until the manuscripts are prepared.
Nice.
Next time you enter our magical tower, do not bring an invisible anything with you. We do not take well to... Well, I'm sure you can imagine.
Oh, I apologize.
The witch will leave. Dan will arrive after a little bit. Be like, hey...
Well, that was quite the adventure, wouldn't you say, Dan?
Yeah. I didn't think it'd
Seems like
go
I might-
tits up immediately, though.
Oh, well,
Because, you know,
it's never fun if it goes exactly as planned,
I suppose. Your shitter friend, though, should really start to work out. Being immediately foiled at a single ladder.
Well,
Kind of pathetic.
it was a bit unfortunate how that worked out, yes. But you puppeteered him like a champion, didn't you?
It's true.
I don't think you had an opportunity to be magic missiled at all.
Soon. Soon I will be.
No.
They will hunt me for sport, but I will survive.
Well, when they hunt you for sport, just know that you are a dapper young man that will most definitely elude them. And I'll take like a big puff of pipe smoke, and I'm gonna bardically inspire this guy. I don't know if it'll last long enough for him to avoid getting magic missiled, but like, I want him to feel like supercharged. And also, if I ever meet him again, I don't know, maybe he'll let me in the back door this time or something.
Maybe next time. The necromancer, known as Dan, will say goodbye to you. And then, partically inspired, dodge magic missiles to the best of his ability. Which is to say, he is going to get wrecked, guys. He doesn't know the shield spell. Poor Dan.
But maybe he'll get like one less damage.
Maybe. Just maybe. The manuscripts come. The witch will take your wealth as a stake of if you do not return with whatever. She can be happy. She got something out of this. And undoubtedly be more curious as to why you all did not return.
Indeed.
Belle, you leave with a 1,700-page tome, which is about one John Word document, and then you head on out into the city.
All right. I'm gonna. I think the tome probably needs to be like packed away, so I'll like cover it in a kerchief or something and put it in my sack. And I open up my parasol and will twirl it as I stroll through the city back to where we were staying.
So you will. You will find Jonal in a different outfit entirely, hiding behind Pax, who is being berated by Osric. Thymond is there.
I look at Jonal and like attempt to make a joke, even though I recognize him. Be like, Osric and Pax seems you've brought in a stray.
Yes, we just met this young man.
My name's Lanage.
Lanage the deceitful. No.
Gotta work on your names, dude.
Well, Lanage, as I like pull out this this book from my bag and I unwrap it from my kerchief, I think that you might enjoy perusing something I've acquired. I do have a price, unfortunately. I'm gonna need to borrow your little blood diamond for a period of time.
You do understand what this thing is, right?
Oh, yeah. It's quite valuable.
It is
Worthy
more
of-
valuable than my life.
Yeah. It'll come back to you. You could even follow it with me if you desire, though you might want to work on your disguise slightly. Or maybe take it off.
Do you believe, honestly, they will give it back if...
I'm not really concerned with whether they'll bring it back. We have the knowledge inside of it. We have the knowledge.
It is
to
a
see-
piece of a whole.
Oh, we can get it back from them later. I have an in. Or we could just demand it back once they verified it. I'm sure we might have other bargaining tools.
Hang
I'd
on.
be-
Well, did you bet someone else's shit so you could get a book?
No, I sold somebody else's shit so that he could have a book and that I could get some access to treasuries.
I like where your head's at, Belle. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
She said treasure.
Janelle, this is why I need to learn to say no to people and to stop running away. I
Don't suggest saying no to this one.
You've become a doormat
You could
for
say
this
yes
here
this
slippery
time.
lady.
Say no next time.
Surely you've given them what?
They need only verify the truth. They made no claim upon the stone itself.
Janelle, if you would feel comfortable with me going and ensuring that they do not take the stone from you, I can do that.
I am sure they would love to meet the double Ds.
I don't think we could stop them once they had a hold of it. Cannot
run.
a wizard just teleport away? Are we going to burn down their entire tower?
Well, I could always take the book back. I close it, start wrapping it up. Does your quest need?
I mean, we have the book right now. Can't we just find out what we need from it and then take it back and be like, oops, sorry. Changed our mind. Called return policy. My ex-wife, she liked that one.
Yeah, we could. But I'm the one with the book. And I have need of a little diamond to seal the rest of the deal. Somebody ran
to be
away.
frank, this ain't about you, sweetheart. This is about this young man's stone that he has.
I
You
know.
don't get between a young man and his stones.
Oh, I have. Many times.
His decision what he wants to do with his rock,
Well, that's fair.
whatever the
It's
fuck
my
it is.
decision what I want to do with this book.
That's just rude. You wouldn't
I
have that
think,
book if it wasn't for his stones.
We would have had it for free if he didn't run away like a little chicken.
That cowardliness aside.
If I had not run away, they would already have the stone, and that would have happened regardless of whether it meant killing me.
No.
Janelle, what do you want to do?
Well,
I want
first
to
off,
skip town. That's what
I don't
wanna
know
do.
much about the
Alright.
spell stone and the spell code. They wouldn't kill us over it, right?
Yes, they would.
I think
Oh.
at the end of the day, this is up to Janelle because this is his possession and he has decided he does not want to bargain with it. So we're going to move on all nice and politely before someone has to get me.
Well, that's just unfortunate.
Ain't it?
If you change your mind, I'll be in my room. I put the book away.
Okay. It seems 3-1 in favor of not going back to the magical tower.
I'm Switzerland in this.
Wait, what?
He's neutral.
So,
He's Switzerland.
I'm neutral.
Oh, okay. Well, 2-1 and an abstention. Abstention.
Well, it's two abstentions. One's not here.
True. Well, Thymon's
Therefore,
not here,
he's
so he
not
doesn't
count.
even get to vote. So fuck that.
Yeah.
Okay. Party. The 10th is slowly coming to an end. Is there any last activities we wish to do?
No, I don't think so. I contemplated briefly trying to steal the stone from Jonal, but I don't think I and willing to cross that bridge.
Okay. Then you will not cross that bridge. As John does a little bit of a calculation. As we move on today.
For the rest of that night, Osric is gonna try to like pump Janal. Be like, stop letting people walk all over you.
What? I didn't. I got out before I was murdered.
Janal.
What is wrong with you? I got out before I was murdered.
And it involves Osric telling a series of like baby boomer stories about, you know.
Osric's looking for someone to preach to, and he's made Jonal the target. Pax, anything you want to do before you're back on the open road?
I'm going to pretend to go back to sleep in the hotel and then sneak out and like hunt the assassins hunting me.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to shoot them. I want to just like go around town and try to like see if they're onto me.
Okay, Pax. Give me an investigation check.
Oh shoot!
God, rolling that one for me, please. Rolling that one.
It's a 9.
A 9? That's not nearly as low as I want it to be.
Pretty low, John.
Pax. It's close to average. Give yourself some slack here. You head to the seedy bars of Low Arla. You head to the places where those of irreputable work gather and consort with. You find a bounty board. Illegal, of course. Definitely not a state-sponsored one. You find wanted posters for deserters, as well as other sorts of little humanoid on humanoid violence that you could get up to. You look the part. You've got one eye and an eye patch. You got a longbow and fancy leather armor that you now have. +1 leather armor, I believe, right?
Yeah.
You look quite sick. Nobody gives you the mean business. You also look poor and unwashed. Take a bath, one person says to you.
Mind your business.
You find what it is you're looking for. A wanted poster of a indebted man to not just one, but 2 assassins. Well, the illustration is uncharitable, to say the least, Pax. Your eye is visibly marked on this little poster. Your facial hair is gross and scraggly. You look far cleaner than when this poster was made. You find that it is several weeks old. What do you do, Pax, as you find evidence that you are a hunted man?
I checked my surroundings, I watched my back, and I tried to get out of there. I just wanted to have less paranoia and more facts.
You were never sure the assassins were after you. But now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perception check. We love those, don't we?
Yes, we do. 4 minus 3, 1.
That was like the one ring on my dice roll. You know how in the Fellowship of the Ring, when Frodo finally sees it, it just falls to the floor and doesn't bounce? That's what happened with my dice just now. Do you want to guess the number? It's staring me in the face.
A natural 20.
Take 5 experience points for being a psychic in real life, Rube. Pax, you will leave a horrible, horrible paranoia filling you. You don't see anything in the shadows, or the rooftops, or in the sky, or even from the bar you've left. But you feel these assassins are right on top of you. Mere feet from you. You are an inch away from their blades. And you quickly hightail it to the strongest man you've ever met, named Osric Steelfist, who, I want to point out, is equal strength to Thyman Huthgug. Two of the strongest men you've ever met, I suppose.
You remember AD&D when you hit 18 strength, you roll percentile, because there's like percentile strengths. I think that Osric and Thyman should roll percentiles, so we know like what percentile strength they are. Like which one can actually bend the bars the fastest.
Maybe when Thyman is here, we will do that. Or a final roll off to finally decide who's stronger. Pax, you leave unmurdered from this bar.
And I make my way back to where my party is at, but I rent a new room next door to the dwarves.
Okay. You'll change
And
room.
he sets up a little doll in his bed. With an
And I'm going to tell Osric that I have a weird gut feeling of trouble. I feel like someone's after us. And just not give Osric all the details.
How many of you have issues?
In fact, Pax throws Jonal under the bus. It's one of the wizards. They're hunting us for the blood diamond.
All children these days, you can't just
figured
make it
as
someone
much.
happy and have friends.
I know, but I thought they were following me. I got another room. If you hear anything, just barge in.
My hearing's not great, so.
In fact, I'll teach you a secret knock. If you barge in without the knock, I might shoot you.
Okay. You're free to try to do that. I'm not using no special gosh darn knock on your fucking door. Pax, go to sleep.
Thank you, Osric. Good night.
You wake Osric up to tell him. Osric's like full man asleep at 8, or full old man asleep at 8 p.m. sharp. And you just wake his ass up and he's pissed.
It's really quite like narratively satisfying to know that June's many rules about going to bed early just managed to slip under the old man sleep, so it still annoyed Osric.
Belle,
Yes.
do you read this book at all?
I'm tempted to, but I don't think so.
Okay.
I think Belle's intention is to... I think when I was at the Wizard Tower, I like cracked it open to look and make sure that like it was all there, right? But I probably did that in front of the witch. Like I didn't like read it. And then I think Belle's intention is to like stop by the Wizard Tower the next morning, and either Jonal comes with and or gives me the diamond, or I'm gonna hand him the book back and
Okay.
I think I'm going to hand him the book back and say, it seems I've made a bad bet on a man. I'll do better in the future. And then I'm going to make them a donation. Because in a canopic jar or something, I have a strange demon fruit. And I also have a golden holy symbol forgery from a cult. And those are donations I'm sure a strange arcane library has never seen before. Might give them the opportunity to owe me something. Or I'm going to show up with a diamond and get what I want, so we'll see.
Why don't we find out on the other side of our break what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Guys, we'll be right back. We are back, everyone. It is September 11th, what do we call it? Early morning in Low Arla. Our heroes are getting out of bed, getting ready to rock and roll onto the road. Party, you awaken. Pax. You don't. No,
Roll a new character. The dice were mean.
Pax, you wake up, expecting not to. I'm going to change the music as you all head down to the bottom floor of the inn, your gathering point, as Buhaman looks to you
Bahamaron?
all. Bahamamon. Digivolve too? Thank you. He takes the hat off his head, looks to you all, and says, bad news. Not world-ending, but bad. A wyvern, and apparently a hobgoblin warlock or sorcerer riding it, has been seen and has attacked a caravan heading south to Lo Arla from Mariveau.
Exciting.
Exciting is one word for it.
Sounds terrible.
It is quite terrible. It is apparently
Those fucking dragon
strafing.
freaks.
I'm trying to get the news out before you all question or make comments. I'm sorry. The
There's a town
hobgoblin.
crier you should talk
God
to.
damn it! He shouts. Well, I get it. You've been here for a few weeks now, and you think you can just talk over me.
Sorry.
Sorry, boss.
The spell caster has apparently been fireballing people and then sicking their wyvern on them until only one survivor is there to spread word of its attacks. It has strafed the river, it has strafed the road. I now turn this
Is that
over
it?
to you. Yes, that's it.
Was that okay? I'm glad we had that talk about.
Now we can talk. Now we can say
I'm
things.
so sorry, Oscar. Please don't shatter my knees. Alternatively,
You just
don't.
heard about this.
Just
Just
shouting.
happened.
Now I'm shouting. Now I'm upset.
I'm sorry.
This just. When did this happen again?
Are we
Apparently
leaving
it's
or
been
not?
going on for a few days. I just heard about it from a merchant friend.
Okay, so we're stuck here.
Unless you wish to risk it and fight it. Fighting a wyvern on the open road is not advisable, let alone if it has a spellcaster on its back.
But it is my godly duty to do so. So I vote we go.
If you kill it, the Merchants Guild, or guilds I should say, will undoubtedly pay you a handsome reward. That said, you will need a plan, Osric, unless you can fly.
Ah, well, if it comes near me, I'll just throw some.
You're just gonna throw
I mean,
a brick
These
at
things
it?
tend to work out in my favor. I'm not too worried about that.
Do you have a legendary brick of slaying in your person that you've been holding out on us?
I have not heard of that one, no.
You've never heard of the brick of slaying?
Uh,
It's one of the most powerful magical items in our world, Osric. I'm surprised you don't know.
I mean, a brick is an item used for building, and to disrespect it as such sounds just shameful.
He glances his eyes away. His entire human history being made fun of.
Could have made a nice wall with that brick. Now it's dirty.
What do you think, Janal? Do you want to kill a wyvern?
I would love to give this warlock some his own medicine, but I'm a bit worried. You and I are likely capable of engaging this thing in some amount of combat, but I'm not sure about the others.
The dwarves are quite short.
I could get Osric up there. I have a couple tricks.
You can get Osric up in the air?
Yeah.
With your arrow? Like, how? Inform the rest of us?
Yes. No, I learned a little bit of magic.
You know magic? You're a spellcaster?
I know, like, 2 spells.
He shakes.
What spells?
One is called Launch Dwarf.
Pretty
It only
much.
works on dwarves.
It's got
As a
really long
material
name.
component of a trebuchet.
It's got a really long name, but it essentially translates to Dwarven Trebuchet. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard of those.
I can keep someone in place and I can let someone fly.
That's pretty good.
You really can make somebody fly?
Mm-hmm.
Since when? When did this happen? Why have you never done
Like
this
2
before?
sessions ago?
Listen, Baja man, you gotta worry about nothing, all right?
It's been like, how many months have we known each other? I've only seen
And we've
you
done a
use
great
bow.
job. Don't you trust us to be really good at killing things?
I do, but it's just surprising. Archer, being able to fly.
Listen, we've only lost one guy, and he barely mattered. All right, I don't even remember his name anymore.
You don't remember June, your best friend?
It's Hungwon Jun, and I will never forget him. He was great. And he helped teach me how to use some of these magics.
Oh.
Fair enough.
He's following the straight path. The
I
unerring
suppose
path.
straight path can go up. I
As
suppose.
he said, to follow the unerring path, sometimes you must go over.
Wow.
When you reach the top of the hill, you must keep going.
Sometimes that is the unerring path.
It's like Grand Theft Auto physics he was talking about.
Pax, is this why you're starting to act weird about corners and you're always peeking around them?
Mm-hmm. So I'm also trying to go to bed at a certain time. I'm not good at it yet.
Yeah, we go to bed together, all right? Great. 10 to 12 hours of sleep a day.
I feel as though we're about to waste words.
Anyways, Baja man, I don't think you gotta worry about us.
Well, I'm not
If-
worried about you. I'm worried about my carts and horses and merchandise and
You should
my
be worried about those things. We cannot guarantee that they will survive.
caravan hands, my drivers.
At least you won't die.
Our lead caravan guard was just like, your caravan probably not gonna make it. You might.
You pay me to be here, not to make you happy. So
The most I can think of is us riding ahead, but anyone that a wise and crafty person might not attack us on the road and might attack the caravan behind us instead, which would leave you more exposed, not less.
yeah, we wouldn't be the target, so to speak.
What if we buy a big fat cow? And we
we
walk down the road
might
with a
know a certain lady in a big hat that might help deal with warlocks and flying things. We could go meet her.
Ooh.
I'm like describing the witch that Jonal has met.
We did not make.
Yeah.
cow. I mean, yeah. If
I
you
mean,
got
we
a
can also
friend-
take some empty carts and stage, an unsuspecting victim for it to spring upon, and then he burst out. And we're like, ah.
You wish to make a trap for this monster pair?
I mean, if you worry about your things, the best way to take care of it is take care of it before it can get your things.
Well, is all commerce stopped, or are people like waiting to join up with other caravans to make one large push north, and hopefully succeed through just sheer numbers?
The road is shut down. No one is willing to risk it.
Oh, I see.
The city
I'm
is
sure if we ask real
currently
nice.
putting together a response force, but
Oh, we can just go join them.
well, that will take time. Is the problem?
Oh, where are you going?
Nowhere.
North.
We're not going anywhere. Roads are closed. Might as well go do this.
Roads are closed by who?
Imagine
no
the
one
local
is
Susera.
enforcing a road closure, but anyone with any sense is not going to challenge a wyvern.
Oh, this is the don't be stupid road closure.
Yes.
Gotcha.
What
we
was
can
I
just
told
take it.
about facing my problems head on?
I'm
That's
agreeing
what I'm talking
with you.
about.
I think we should take some
But
empty caravans and stuff.
I like it, but
Go
let's
out,
make a plan.
set a trap, and kill this wyvern, and then I'll be happy. And ain't that what we all want? Happy Osric.
So
believe
we
she-
get Janol the fastest horse. He goes
believe-
first.
I believe Osric is on a mission from God to slay dragons and dragonkin.
I'm on a mission from God.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Wyverns are, in fact, dragons.
I'm distinctly aware.
Go get them.
I'm ready.
Well, do we have a plan? Sounds like we're
Yeah,
just gonna
plan
walk
in. We
north.
take some empty caravans, some empty wagons. We go out there. We act all easy prey. Just a couple wagons. No one
We buy
around guarding it.
5 dirty cloaks,
Yeah.
really
We're all
dilapidated
alone.
wagons, mules.
Dirty cloak. That's a bit too far.
A less
You can
shiny
dress as
cloak.
fancy as you'd like underneath, Miss Bell. But
A
I
taupe
don't want to
cloak.
look
Heck.
too intimidating to this flying spellcaster. I would like to use the greatest weapon, surprise.
Mm, 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 mm.
So get some cloaks,
Yeah.
have a mock caravan.
If we can just knock the wizard off the wyvern, we don't have to worry about him because he'll just smoosh on the ground.
Sure.
It's delicious.
Or we go with Bell's friend.
I don't
Yes.
think Bell's friend will want to help us unless we give them something.
Like
That
money?
is the way of the world.
And Janal has established that he is not pardoned with his stone.
Oh, same friend. Got it.
He's keeping in stones to himself, which is respectable.
That you sound selfish. You should share your things. Unlike me, I don't share.
If you wish for me to...
Other people should share with me.
Look,
Bahamut speaks out. If you wish for me to run this plan to the local guild and overmaster, or overseer, excuse me. What the fuck's an overmaster? The overseer. I'm sure they can find a couple of unused or broken down wagons.
I think we should go
Yeah,
for
I
it.
think
that's
that's-
my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's all we need. Hopefully we can use the wagons as a little bit of cover for the first fireballs, but they're notorious for not caring about cover, aren't they?
He nods his head.
I think we'll be just fine.
Then let us
Maybe
put
some
this
donkeys
plan
that no
into
one
motion.
lacks. Let's get the worst donkeys.
the worst donkeys.
The ugliest ones, the oldest ones.
I will find you the ugliest, most sacrificial mules we can find.
Please.
Amaran, please bring me your ugliest asses.
Easy, one's attached to my body. But he does his ZZ Top laugh and leaves.
I'm excited, personally.
Does sound like
not.
quite an adventure.
I'm absolutely terrified. I think we're all going to die.
You just said that you can make it stay still and make me fly.
I could do one and then the
Why?
other. And not the wyvern. I can make a person stand still.
You cannot make the raven. Okay. Well, but that's no.
And for my magic to work, my trick as it is, they have to be within 60 feet.
Okay.
Sounds like the flying might be more
Belle, you got
reliable.
some magics to like make one of the donkeys look like a real sexy lady wyvern or something to like entice it down. And then we get it from behind.
I do have a fair share of illusions I can pull out. I don't know if sexy wyvern's the way to go, but I could make the donkey do some things.
Donkey's gonna do some things.
I said what I said.
Just throwing out tactics. Does one of us take the caravan and then the other ones hide and go out ahead for the ambush? That way when this person invariably blows up and fireballs the caravan, that we could then, I don't know, rush out of the trees and hit the
desert, there's no
spellcaster with an
fucking tree.
arrow. Yes. That's a good point.
My Roll20 crashed. Thanks, Roll20.
Thank you, Roll20.
I like to get dusty brown cloaks and we pretend to be rocks, and then after he blows up the wagon, we blow him up.
How do we know where he will waylay the wagon to hide?
Excellent point.
I think
where do
it-
I get in Fireball?
Of course, as any smart person is. I think it would be wise for us to not stay all together.
Oh, but I love fireball formation.
It is a beautiful formation.
It's surprising.
How big is a
Yeah.
fireball? We have to be within away
40
20
feet
feet
of
away
each
from each
other.
other.
40 feet edge to edge.
Love edging. I mean, what?
Fireball
A 40
formation.
diameter?
Second only to the conga line of death.
True. Oh, I need to update this game to jump gate. This is quite silly.
Right. So I think we should go talk to the people that had these reports and get some more information, first of all. No offense to the Baja Man, but hearing a story through a story is not the best way to factually address the situation. So I think we should hear more. How big was this wyvern? You know, how low did it fly when it attacked you? All right, is there commonality in the area that you were when you were attacked? Okay. We put together some facts, and then we can make a better plan. I think our best plan right now is to set up just a nice, juicy camp that's just sitting there waiting, you know, for you to come at it, you know, and then that way we can be far away without having to be traveling.
Do you think if we get far enough away to make a camp and then hide on the outskirts of the camp while he attacks the camp?
Mhm. I don't know how to get it down low enough for us to hurt it yet. That is a concern. that I have. Janal, you don't have like tail monsters with a dew spell or something?
I
have a
have
question.
fire.
That's
In terms
distinctly not
of
going to be helpful.
stopping monsters, the command spell specifies creature that understands you. If it is a rideable mount, presumably it responds to some amount of command or words or something, right?
Mhm.
So much like a horse might understand, just like,
Go.
whoa,
Yeah.
or something, right? Could I conceivably command the creature to like land or do like normal kind of flight related things? I assume you couldn't command it to do something outside of what a rider might, unless it were intelligent and like, knew common.
Yes. So the language barrier would be the most important factor of that. If it was a commandable creature, just without the spell, then if you knew the command spell, it would make the save, per usual. It wouldn't be immune to it, I should say. But if it was like a random ass dog that, existed around humans, then probably
Right.
not.
I could teach you some draconic words.
So from yep, I low-key might know Draconic. I don't know. I have a lot of languages. I haven't looked at them in a minute. But I propose that as an option we could try. Like I do have the ability to command a creature that understands me, and if it is a beast that is ridden by a warlock, it's a very good chance that I could have it listen to me.
So you try to get it to land. I launch the dwarf, just Osric for now.
Mhm.
And then me and Jonal keep at a safe distance and throw everything we have at it.
I mean, if you could keep it on the ground, that'd be nice. That one I feel like is a bit harder to do.
Yeah, I mean, unless I can chain command like land and then like stay, like I don't know. It would have to, even if that would work, it would like require a save every round. More likely, I could make it land, and then we would have to like
Take care of the
chain
rider.
it to the ground, clip its wings,
Get some
and
nets.
snare it in a giant net. Yeah, I don't know, something.
I believe Thymond has a way of... I know he has battle maneuvers that might be able to help in that.
Mhm.
We also need a big net, Bahammaron.
Bahammaron's gone.
He's looking for his
okay.
ugliest asses.
He's getting ugly asses just for you guys.
Yeah.
Party. Do we wish to go to the overseer of this town and all the caravanners and see what's up?
Yep.
Presumably somebody
Yeah.
survived and
Yeah.
conveyed this knowledge.
Very quickly, my other plan would be that because I am so wonderfully strong, and Simon is, I guess, also a strong dwarven man,
He
there could be a way
flexes.
for us to keep it down on the ground combined, but that would also put us out of the fight a little bit. So.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna stop by. I got a library to stop by this morning. I'll pass on the nitty gritty. I'm excited to see a Wyvern up close, though. Anyway,
Makes one of us.
Okay. Party. I'm gonna speed us along here and make this somewhat of a meta conversation. At least in terms of the monster / creature out on the road. You guys will go to the place where caravanners hitch their wagons, porters go, all sorts of cargo-related activities happen. You won't meet with the overseer himself, but you'll find Bahamut there. Having been okayed on the plan of, 5 adventurers want to go fight this thing. What can you offer them to help? Blah, blah, blah. He's basically vouching for how deadly you guys are. and has convinced the overseer to allow you to use some of their rundown spare wagons that haven't been sold or used or maintained in years, as well as some old asses, mules, or donkeys to pull them onwards as bait. You will find the survivor, who will tell you that this creature attacked his caravan of, I believe it was 4 wagons, 8 caravan guards, not nearly as potent as you guys are. And the sorcerer, warlock, whatever, spellcaster on top of the wyvern fireballed the central formation, having flown quietly, descended down and asked random questions they did not understand in its foul and ugly monstrous language. And then it allowed one person to leave and then killed everyone else. And he was the lucky one. This is the story he tells.
So when it came down to the ground, it came like down?
Yeah, landed.
Like on?
Uh-huh. Landed right on the caravan master.
And the wizard casted fireball, not the wyvern.
Yeah.
I mean, not that wyverns can, but...
Well, he fireballed us first, not...
Yeah.
Did. You know, out of order. Not to get it twisted.
And it was fireball, like fireball.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And it asked you questions.
Yeah.
Interesting.
More like horrifying. I watched all my friends die.
Was it in a very open area? Was it when you guys are making camp?
It was just down the road. We were just, midday. It saw us.
Midday. Did you see it coming?
No. How many adventurers or people look up? We never knew the area was infested by a wyvern-riding sorcerer. Fucking
I have no other questions.
This place used to be safe. He cries.
Yeah, okay. Pat.
The most dismissive patting ever. If no one
It's
has
a grown
any
man crying.
other questions, the plan will go exactly as you hope it will.
I mean, I think
I'm
now, knowing that, like, they come down to, like, question someone, maybe we should wait. Like, they fireball the camp that we set up. Maybe there's an illusion of, like, people milling around to make it look more enticing. You know? It gets fireballed, they come down, and then we can jump. And that way that saves you from having to do the command land, and instead you can do the command stay.
Okay.
Wow.
We can give it a try.
Well,
I
the idea
will
is-
say
Wizard, I
that
guess?
I have not taken the like 3rd level. Well, obviously I don't have 3rd level spells, but I don't have the big mass illusion spell. I am limited at the moment to minor illusion. So like an illusory camp is likely somewhat outside the range of even just like casting hella cantrips. We could try to make little like stick figure people so they're like high in the sky and maybe it's looking something, but I think that might be out of my ability, at least until I take 3rd level spells. I could like dip deeper into illusions, or somebody gives me a blood gem and maybe we get a big illusion spell thing from a certain witch. Anyway, no.
We can also ask, this is Osric again, having great ideas. We can also ask, On top of having really ugly asses to give us, if they have just like people they don't want.
Maybe
What is
straw
wrong with
men,
you?
right? Like
No.
scarecrows.
Just like some people that have like caused too many problems or something,
Is this
that
how
they
the
don't just don't-
dwarves go about killing dragons?
Well, I mean, if someone wrongs you, usually you take care of that
You
physically, and if
sacrifice?
the person dies, then I'm just saying, you humans have an obsession with jails that I don't understand.
Big jail is for a reason, he mutters,
What's
without
that gonna
knowing
do?
anything.
You gotta put some real fear in them to make them change their mind.
I suppose.
If they survive this interaction with a Wyvern, they're gonna come out the other side just changed.
I suppose there is wisdom in your words if I care to look for it, but I don't. So here are your cards. He says. Belle, you go back to the tower. Are you asking for a book refund?
I am going to give them the book back and say, I know I can't. I'm going to say, it seems I've made a bad bet on a man. Unfortunate. And I can't prove that this is unread, but it was. It's yours. And I'm going to let them decide if they're going to give me my money back or not. But I'm also going to say, it annoys me when things don't go my way. So I'm going to help you even further. Maybe you'll remember me when next I come around. And I'm going to pull out a canopic jar or something. I've been holding this, like, pulp demon fruit for ages on my character sheet. It has to be in some kind of container at this point.
Uh-huh.
And I describe what this is, right? Like, this comes from beyond our ken, this plane. It could bring about destruction, great. So as a certified tower wizard, I'm gonna need you to, like, fucking button up with this one. Or the House of Smoke and Scarlet is going to kick down your door and kill you all. But it is yours to look at and learn and glean from as well. I give them a holy symbol carved in gold, and I say, this is a fraudulent symbol made by a cultist and a demon worshipper. If you know where to look, you can find its inconsistencies, perhaps the reasons for its make. I give these to you for nothing, but you may see them and use them and learn from them. I'll be back one day. Who knows what we may find then. But for now, adieu.
Please add 40 platinum to your character sheet.
Excellent day.
You will all gather up on this road, grab your wagons and mules, and whatever.
And our stick figures, our scarecrows we borrowed.
You actually want to bring scarecrows with you?
We need something in the wagons. I
Okay.
borrowed 3 different scarecrows.
Quickly, we need as many scarecrows as you can fit. 30 scarecrows are between 3 rickety-ass carts that are covered and concealed. Party. I'm trying to figure out what check I want for this to see how convincing your little disguises are. And I suppose disguising... Oh, big yawn. Is a form of deception, but it's also a form of stealth in a way. Since you're trying to hide your willingness to throw down.
I'm skilled in stealth, deception, and disguise kit, John.
Are you taking the helm of this operation? Because for the most
Sure.
part, it's been sounding like Osric's been doing the heavy lifting.
I will go around and I'll take a look at what's going on, and I'll do my best. I'll be like, okay, like, if we want to make it look right, we probably have to have one of us up front, but maybe the secondary person can be like one of these people, right? The fake people. And help dress them up as, like, concealing as much about them as I can. about their nature as not a real person.
Yeah. Then I want a disguise kit from you.
What ability would you like?
Charisma's the performative one, so that
Okey-doke.
probably. Just as a quick little thing. I need to change the music.
How's a 20 do for you?
20 is pretty good. When this creature will sight you and see if you're worth attacking or if you're a trap, it will roll against a DC 20. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. I need a quick marching order. You have 3 carts, several straw men. Who's in which cart?
Osric is in the first cart.
Osric in the first cart. Gotcha.
I suppose I like being the center of attention. I'll be the middle.
Okay.
I'll take up the rear.
I'll be with Osric in the front.
Alright, I'm gonna put Thyman in the middle, that way he can jump to either cart when necessary.
Simon, my boy, you've been awful quiet recently.
His arms T-posing, locked, ready to be thrown like a shuriken at a wyvern. Quick question. Osric, do you have 45 hit points?
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, wait. I don't
Are
think
you
I upped
level
it
5?
from... Yeah, I didn't up it. Sorry.
Yeah, that seems a little low, seeing how Thyman's at 55. There should be like 8 plus 3 or something.
I added everything else, I just forgot to increase my HP.
Okay. What is the soundtrack? Desert Winds. We don't need this. John is going to roll some dice to see when you might encounter this thing. It is actively looking for people on this road. This is basically a guaranteed encounter. The main problem is that it is bouncing along several days worth of travel and attacking anyone who shows up on this area. So let's do some time management, I suppose. And then we'll hopefully knock this out in the hour we have. 6 days. It's the 11th when you put this plan into action, which means on the 17th, a Tuesday, Wyvern encounter.
I want us to keep an eye out. Like, we're always looking up and, like, have a secret, like, call or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when whoever someone sees the wyvern, and that way when it happens, we can all, like, dive away from the carts.
It's going to be fairly easy to spot. All of you... Oh, yeah, it's in the air. There's not too many clouds in this great big valley. Or arid valley. So you guys will have no problem seeing this thing. But it is going to roll its insight of... +1. It needs a 19 to beat your deception. Yeah! That is not a 19. But it could be a nat 20. Don't go relaxing yet, Rube. Nah.
But do shoot some b-ball outside the school.
I mean, the worst thing that happens is we don't get attacked by a wyvern with a rider that can cast fireball. It doesn't sound so bad.
Well, the worst thing is it stays at max range and casts multiple fireballs at you. In which case, you all die. However,
That would be really funny if John was just like, so by the way, you had a bad plan, and now you take 4 fireballs. I need
of
4
which is at
deck
4th
saves.
level.
Please take half of like 24 d6 damage.
Nobody wants to be in a... I mean, it's literally just people fighting an attack helicopter at that point, right? You guys are fighting an Apache that has poison attacks. My arms. Let me set the scene a little bit. You guys have been on the road for the better part of a week. You are not going fast. You're on mules. You're dragging these shit-ass carts around. Osric has had to change a wheel several times now. Once a day, every day, for the past 6 days. It is rough going. You all brought food. This road follows a river for water. But it is dreadful out here. It's quite hot late in the summer. Hopefully it'll cool off in October, but for as we speak, it's fucking hot. Party. Sun scorched, a little bit dry and parched. You all will look up, surrounded once again by scarecrows made out of straw, which are highly flammable. Pax, you realize maybe asking for these guys wasn't the smartest thing in the world. But it's not like you need these carts, after all, right? Meant to be sacrificed?
Right.
Is their
Hopefully
purpose.
them instead of us, yeah.
Yeah. What about the mules? Have you grown attached to them in these past 6 days?
Very, very attached.
Yeah.
Osric likes to tell them, like, just like whisper to the mules, like, "You're gonna die."
What the fuck?
Be ready. Just be
He's
ready
feeding
for that,
him
alright?
and watering him and rubbing them and he's like, any day now.
Any day now, you're gonna die. This is what happens when you're bad at your job.
You don't have any empathy for the old mules?
Oh,
Oh.
At least they
Osric
get
has
the
no
dog in
care
a
for
cool way.
livestock.
And that's the opposite. Like, the day Osric's not taking care of them, Pax is like, oh, that's a good mule. Yeah. So sorry you had to come out here. It's okay. We'll get you back home.
Good God.
you're gonna die.
You're gonna die. There's my map. I've been looking for this thing. You are by the river, going down this paved road. It is quite bumpy. However, there are brilliant green acai trees. I'm forgetting what kind of trees these are. Where did my music go? There we go. When all of a sudden, or rather, the person up front, Mr. Osric and Pax, will notice that something in the sky is approaching them several 100 feet in the air and descending. From afar, it looks like a bird, but as it gets within a mile of you, you are beginning to make out the definitions of a serpent-like entity. Now is the time to pre-buff.
Woo, woo.
Pre-buff, you say?
If you wish.
So I can concentrate and give Osric fly for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Who is most likely in our plan? We have like the fireball team, right? Who's gonna get fireballed? Like for
Probably
sure
you.
in our plan. Probably me?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna cast aid on myself, I believe.
Where's
Um,
You get 3 people.
You are.
I get 3 people. That is correct. Yes. Okay, so then I'm gonna get me, and I'm gonna get Osric, and I'm gonna get Pax. And Belle's feeling a little jilted about the whole Bloodstone thing, so not Jonah.
It's fair.
Down.
So front
yeah.
to cart gets aided, plus
Mhm.
Bell gets aided. Please up
Mhm.
your maximum. Please do not forget your original maximum.
Yep.
Any other spells we wish to cast? I know Thymond has nothing.
1 second. Right back.
You're good.
Osric's gonna do he did the call so that everyone else also knew.
Yep,
To, like,
everyone's
jump
aware.
ship. Great.
Okay. Thymond, with his javelins, moves up to the front as you all get ready to rock and roll. Oh, Jonal, I want you up front as well, because no one else is driving these carts but you guys. Despite there being people on them, if you look close enough.
With the
Okay.
Scarecrow people, yeah.
Having pre-buffed, out of curiosity, does anyone speak Draconic?
Yep.
Anyone else? What about you, Thymond?
I do not.
Neither does Thymond. Then, Jonal, you will hear from above a single word shouting at this creature to descend. And I will bring this entity onto the map, and we should all roll for initiative. Which I will do. They are on my GM layer, for those of you who care. Oh, they rolled great in terms of initiative. Not in terms of, like, going
Not a good
fast,
initiative
but,
for
like,
Osric.
being close together. Icy Pax, Osric, Thymond, Jonal.
Sorry, I'm trying to like zoom out and get my character.
I get you.
Took
It's a
me
big
too much
map.
time.
Very cool. We will go into descending order as this bad boy comes up the map. We're going to say initiative starts when he is 150 feet away, or I'll do 160, right? Because that's its speed when it goes tactical. Bop! Whoop! If I can direct you guys to the top of this map, you will see our great big wyvern with the hobgoblin riding atop it. It is currently 160 feet away. You guys can do the Pythagorean theorem if you want, but I'm not. Thymond is readied. He has readied in action, which I believe is called trip attack. Or no. He just does a regular attack and then chooses his battle maneuvers, right? That's how fighters work?
Yep.
Okay, cool. He will hurl a javelin at this thing when it gets within range. That seems right by his. And this creature will ready a spell for when it is in range of the first cart. Something is going to happen. And Belle, you are faster than the wyvern, so you interrupt the initiative. What would you like to do?
Alrighty then. I would love to get within 60 feet of this thing. It's like 150 away, but we're working with triangles. Is it possible to like ride or like mush my horse forward to try to like get underneath or close enough to this wyvern to shout at it?
You're gonna have to be readying an action for it to get close, but give me an animal handling check, as the mules sense danger. Maybe they can't even be controlled in this moment. Oh, this
Got a
mule doesn't
19.
even notice. Yeah. Mule speed is 30 feet. It will drag
This mule's
the
ready
cart.
for death. This mule's been prepared to die.
It's true.
I've been prepping it. You're welcome.
Just like so.
You've been prepping it. Okay, so there's just literally no way to get close enough to do anything.
It's a flying creature. It'll be on you soon.
This donkey's on a mission from God.
Yeah. Mule moves. I guess I can move. That still doesn't do a lot for me.
Hop off the cart, quick. Get out.
I am going to move 30 feet, I suppose, forward as well. Which puts me, like, in the bushes. Great. Bushes don't notoriously burn. Which doesn't get me close enough to this thing. I am going to attempt, as it enters the range of my spell, to cast a spell on it. I would like to cast Blindness upon the rider.
Okay.
You're within 60 feet, I think.
It's 160 feet in the air.
It's a triangle.
My bad. I got map tunnel vision on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If only I had one of those like big sticks that I could glue a mini onto. But unfortunately I don't. We are working with 2D things. Bell, you will ready this action, and the wyvern will go. Being called at by our good friend, the guy coming to kill you. It has a fly speed of 80, so it is going to descend to 120. Boop. What's the range of blindness, deafness?
It is not the same as command, so it is actually 30 feet. I chose poorly.
Okay. Well, this thing gets within 120 feet, which is fireball range. Which I believe I can show you all. It's actually 150 feet, so you got 30 feet even closer. Ta-da! Here's fireball. And it is going to try to burn both front carts. Oh, that seems perfect. Everyone within this great big purple circle, I am going to need you to make me dexterity saving throws. The mules will automatically fail and just burn up. And I will roll damage because it did not. Your DC, for those of you wanting to know, is only 13. Because for some reason, this guy's not a smart one. What am I rolling?
Do I have
here?
advantage because I expected it?
Yeah, you could have taken the dodge action prior to casting a spell. Or rather, narratively, last turn, question mark. Yeah, you can have advantage.
Thank God.
I believe Hen has danger... 8 and 4. Okay, doesn't matter. Please suffer 25. The horses, the cart goes up in a blaze of fire and smoke. Were Bahamut here, he too would be toast, but luckily he is not. You will suffer half this on a success of 13.
So I'm gonna suffer a quarter because of my hellish resistance as a tiefling.
Very cool. The fireball goes up. That was the readied action of the hobgoblin, and now this thing gets to take its movement once more, and it will descend again, taking the dash action, going another 80 feet, which I believe brings it down to 40. Circling, spiraling like so. Da-da-da-da-da. That is the end of its turn, as it becomes Pax's turn.
A quick
is it-
question.
Go
Is
ahead.
that in range of Thyman? I know long range for javelins is 120.
That's right. I need
short
to do
range is
a
30.
quick dex save for Thyman real quick. He will pass, suffer half of 25 is 12. What's javelin range?
3120.
Because I'm nice, I'll do one at disadvantage for him. That is a big fucking circle. Go back to being a line, please. Thyman will hurl his javelin at the wyvern with as much as he can. Red, you never bought javelins, Red. You've been using hand axes this whole time.
Just have a long range of 60.
Why do you have a blowgun?
Never ask a dwarf why he has a blowgun.
Why does he have a blowgun? What's the range on a blowgun?
It's like not as far as a hand axe, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Aldrich has a javelin.
Can he throw an improvised piece of the shitty cart?
Blowgun is actually 25-100.
All right. For the meme, we're gonna do a blowgun trip attack.
Oh yeah!
He's gonna crit the wyvern. Oh my god. He'll do 1 + 2 piercing damage, which will go to 1 or 4. The 4 has returned. And then I'm fucking Red. We will use a superiority dice to cast trip attack. As if it were a spell. What's the DC? It's like 14. Strength plus 8. Plus proficiency.
Yeah, it should be
11 plus 5 is 16.
16.
Yeah, 16.
Wyvern will make a strength saving throw. Ugh. Well, shit. Natural 19 it. But he will still do the extra 2d8 of damage, for this is a crit. So this is blowgun.
You hit it right in the vitals.
Just right in the throat, you know? And it's... You know, this wyvern's fine. It's not like it has fingers or hands to even pull out a needle. Why he has this blowgun, no one knows, but it's on his character sheet, so we're gonna use it.
And he's apparently a god at it, because he, like, fucked up a wyvern from 100 feet away with a blowgun. Right? Like, this guy's a master with the bamboo.
Oh my god.
You know, it's all that smithing, you know? He blows into the furnace.
He's been blowing his own glass for so long, his lungs are just super powered.
It's the
Pax,
dwarf's secret weapon. Yep.
it's your turn.
Yeah. I'm on. I was on fire. I jump off the cart. I get half my movement here. I look at the rider. Can I see him?
40 feet up from that angle. Yeah, but I'm gonna give him cover if you're gonna take a shot at him. Solely because there's a giant fucking wyvern directly between you and him. You know?
So what I'll do is, I was hoping to get a clear shot at him, but since I don't have it, I will instead Hexblade's curse the wyvern.
What's the range on that?
Oh shit, never mind. That's within 30 feet. I can't do that. My bad. Instead, I will take 2 shots with my Thirsting Eldritch Invocation with my bow.
Ooh, very cool. Fire away.
First shot, 14.
A 14 against a wyvern is a hit.
Okay.
Oh,
10 piercing damage.
gotcha.
Second attack,
Oh,
25. For another 4 piercing damage.
You have struck it.
And I will use the rest of my movement to, like, run towards the water.
Okay. Preemptively wanting to get wet, Pax runs away. Jonal, that brings us to you. The mule that you are riding on, not dead, stops and stares at what is happening in its animalistic brain. And then instincts are going to kick over, and this thing's going to go buck wild. So what are you doing?
I'm getting off that cart.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. Ah! Why is it so laggy?
Because we're not on jump gate.
I will move
Sure,
up to
that's
here,
nice.
and I'm gonna scream at it in Draconic, "What are you doing, you dumbass?" And then I'm gonna fireball him back.
Fireball him back.
Yeah.
Are you gonna subtle spell it too?
Nah. We're not within 60 feet of each other, right? It's a counterspell ain't a thing.
True. You threw a fireball! Whoosh! Please post it and then roll some damage. Thank you. Oh my god. The wyvern. Oh, +0 to this wyvern. Oh, it will suffer the full 26 points of fire damage. Ugh. The guy on the back will be surprised as he gets fucking fireballed straight in the face. What does his little thing do? Nothing. Perfect. Alright. Dex save. Ugh. Will also fail and suffer the full 26 points of fire damage, nearly killing him. For he is not very constitute. Alrighty. You shout these words, "What the fuck are you doing?" which translates roughly to, "I'm going to rip you apart with fire." And then it becomes Osric's turn. Osric, this thing is 40 feet above you and however far away from you on the ground.
But I can fly.
But you can fucking fly. I believe your speed changes too because of this.
60 feet, motherfucker.
Then it is well within range.
Like, arms straight, like, flies directly into the air to be level with the wizard. just like...
Actually, this is a good question for Pax. Pax, how does flying manifest on Thymond? Is it like a weird smoky cloak, or...?
He pulls a feather out when he did it, and he like holds it each side of Osric's head, and Osric like tries to look at it. He's like, "Nope, don't look at it. Don't look at the feather." And like a dark cloak falls off Osric's back.
Ooh.
And propels him.
Understood. Osric, you look like a Grim Reaper kind of guy. It's time to grimly reap.
Yeah, and then just to make a point, I'll go like 5 feet above, like.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna throw my fucking javelin at the wizard.
Okay, you go above the wyvern. The wyvern looks up at you. Throat shot, fireball detonating, dwarf flying. You hurl a javelin at the wizard. A 16 would normally hit if this thing was not about to snap its finger. Oh my god, wait a minute. I misread it. He does not have shield, like a dumb fuck. You will hit! Please roll oh, you already rolled damage. Perfect.
I did. There.
He gets
I wasn't
javelin.
raging, so I don't get my Divine Fury, but now that I have leveled up, I do get an extra attack.
Yeah, I was about to say, you get an extra attack. Go for it.
Yeah. So now I will rage.
Okay.
I will throw my hand axe.
You will hurl a hand axe at it.
Does not get my additional range damage to
we...
it. Ooh, it's a 12, not a... I don't know why it's on. It should be on normal.
It might believe you're recklessly attacking.
Ah, that might be why. I could reckless attack.
It's a little late.
I know.
You need to call that out at your first attack, I believe.
Alright.
What was that, Greg?
I know that we hit with the weapon that isn't this, but I think narratively it would be really fun if you threw the hand axe first, and then you raged. Then you were like, Diamond, this is what you use to fight a, like, guy with. A javelin! Like, that's why you're raging.
Osric, the 12 will just be one shy from this creature's AC.
Oh, fucker.
Indeed. The hand axe goes wide, whatever you want to call it. You still have some movement, I believe. You've only spent 45 of it.
Yeah. What can a wizard do if I just like bodied him off the off the wyvern?
This is all happening simultaneously. It's not like your guys are frozen in air, right?
Yeah.
So this thing is still like flying forward as you guys are all doing this.
Osric was staying still. He was.
Alright, then Osric, as a fighting platform, I'm going to end your turn so that we can move on. Thymond, literally surrounded by fire because he did not get a turn. He got a ready to action. Will hop up. Move his 25 towards Bell. Is he within hand axe range? What's hand axe again?
2060.
2060. Yeah. He's gonna hurl hand axe at disadvantage. He gets 2 of them. Foop. That will hit the wyvern. For 11. Ugh. And then he'll do another trip attack, trying to knock the thing out of the air. And do an extra 1d8. Christ, John. Stop playing Red's character. Ugh. Wyvern will make a strength save, will fail, and fall prone, which will make it crash 40 feet into the ground. Someone roll me 4d6 right now, as this thing's speed comes to 0, or position comes to the earth.
11 points of damage.
Yeah,
Hey.
that is
Confirmed.
confirmed.
3 times over.
Wow.
That's kind of impressive, guys. I don't know the statistics on that. That's
It's 11.
crazy.
I don't know.
I like how our dice all got their different ways, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thymond will then throw a hand axe. You said it's 2060 or 3060?
2060.
If only he was slightly faster. He'll throw another hand axe at disadvantage. Doesn't matter. His to hit's insane. Will deal another 11 points of damage, hurling another axe. And since this thing is probably going to take off before he's going to get a chance to go into melee, he is going to do another superiority attack. Let's make sure it's super tripped. He's just going to do this for damage, actually. Jesus, John. Should I action surge him?
I
Fucking
think
Yeah,
do
you
it.
more,
have to.
does he have more axes to throw?
He's not here. Let's spend all
No.
his resources.
He doesn't,
Yeah.
but he's got
Yeah.
2 blowguns.
Next
Probably
block.
not then.
Then he will not action surge. I guess he could action surge dash to just be next to it.
Oh yeah, that might be worth.
So he'll do that in case it tries to, you know, whatever.
It's a great use of accent church.
Hey, he's
It
in
is.
melee now. You know, maybe I should have done that first, but I forgot. So who gives a shit? I'm not him. He doesn't get to complain. The hobgoblin, realizing he has just been fucked in a matter of 6 seconds with his clothes on, will do what is known as cast magicness. No, the best spell in the game. Honestly, he doesn't have much to go on, except one spell, which he will cast upon himself. Boop. You watch as 2 red rings of fire, or wings of fire, pop out of his back, and although they're not emanating heat, they are quite draconic-ish. This is his action as he casts the fly spell upon himself, and then will fly 60 feet away. Immediately. Boop. Technically going off the map, but I'm just going to put him in this corner here instead. Okay. Bell, the wyvern has been abandoned as it becomes your turn. This thing got trounced by you guys. What do you do?
So I'm 30 feet away from where the Wyvern is, and this guy flew 60 feet away from me. So if I spend my movement up, I will get within 60 feet of the man who's flying. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. I move my 30 feet up to the Wyvern, and then...
Could you not end your movement in the Wyvern's token?
I just was trying to make it... Yeah, anyway, okay. I move 30 feet
Thank you.
closer, like up to the Wyvern. And then I twirl my parasol and I point at this man, and I command him, return to your princess.
Return
And I would like
to
for
your
him
princess.
to make me a wisdom saving spell. That's me, obviously. I'm the princess. But return. Return is the command, and then I'm flavoring it
Okay.
because I'm special.
Can you...
Would you please make me a DC 15 wisdom saving throw?
I will gladly do that if you could post that in the chat for me.
Sure.
Thank you. Huh! That is a natural 1. You will watch this guy who's flying away at top speed suddenly shift, hearing your command, and will turn to face you.
Very good.
Yeah.
That is my turn.
Nope. The Wyvern goes. The Wyvern lashes out at everything near it. With its multi-attack, it is going to definitely be attacking the dwarf, but also the tiefling who ran on up to it. One with its bite, one with its stinger. While flying, it can use its claws in place of one other attack. Well, it's not flying. It is going to attempt to bite Thymond in the face, ripping it off. I believe that is shy of his AC. It is by 1, unfortunate. And then it is going to sting Belle straight in the chest, hopefully killing her in 1 hit. Oh, does a 19 hit?
A 19 clears?
A 19 clears. I need to alter the stat block so it will roll all of its damage at once. Okay, perfect. It will. Can you make me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw? As it will do... Oh, perfect.
That is a success.
You are going to take the piercing for full and half of the poison damage of 18.
All right. So I will take 18 total damage. And as a reaction, I will invoke my Infernal Legacy.
Ooh. What does that do?
18 is 8. My Infernal Legacy allows me to cast Hellish Rebuke once per short rest, I believe. Maybe long rest, I'd have to read. But I'm essentially Hellish Rebuking this thing.
All right.
So I would love for you to make me a DC 15 saving throw Dexterity, or you will take for me 2d10 fire damage.
I take 2d10.
And as I'm like struck by this stinger and it takes 20 damage, I look at it and like I smoke my pipe and blow out a long like dark cloud and say, "You dare strike a daughter of the House of Smoke and Scarlet?" And then flames just erupt through the smoke, taking some damage on this creature.
It will immediately be blown backwards by the sheer force of the fire. Many of you taking less damage in terms of suffering a fireball than you did to this creature. That brings us to Pax. Pax, it looks like this guy's heading back. What do you do?
I use my movement to get back on the road and see the charred corpse. I'll look at Belle, and then I'll point and knock an arrow and point at the guy and like look for the okay to shoot this guy in the face.
Okay.
You get the like get his ass. Yeah.
Okay. Once I'm gonna ready and
Maybe wait for him to come closer so he doesn't just turn back around and run
I'm
away
going
again.
to. Yeah. How far? Well, I mean, if he's returning.
He
should be
well
60
within
feet
one.
from where you are.
Okay, I'm going to. You just see Pax draw an arrow, and he's waiting on Belle's cue as the guy flies back towards us. So I'm readying a shot.
Okay. Jonal.
All right. I will run forward. I'll God, why is it so laggy? I move forward 30 feet. And I'm gonna yell at this guy, stay out of our... in Draconic. Stay out of our way. You're interfering with Sarl's plans.
Okay. Were this guy not actively enchanted as we speak, that may have affected him. But it becomes Osric's turn.
Osric, I'm gonna make sure I'm level with the guy as he's flying towards us.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna move forward to, like, be in his path. And as soon as he's, like, within striking distance, I'm gonna hit him with my battle axe.
Okay. Are you sure?
What do you mean, am I sure?
No, I'm just asking. Is that all you want to do? You don't want to steal the kill? Or are you going to steal the kill?
I'm just gonna hit him with the battle axe. Is probably it.
Okay.
I don't
Unless
know.
somebody
Doesn't
steals
matter
it
so long as
from
it
Osric.
dies.
So long as he dies, Thyman skips his turn. We don't care. It takes the shortest and most direct path to Bell, which I need to see if it will even get within 5 feet of you. Which is why I was kind of being a little bitch. I'm so sorry, Hen. So this is going to be the closest it will get. Is that within 5 feet of you?
No.
Closest square to closest square.
I mean, it's a battle axe. I don't know if the reach is longer or not.
Unless
My
it
great
has the
axe,
reach
sorry.
spell. It
My
looks
great
like you
axe.
will actually be within 5 feet of him. I'm doing like pixel measurements.
You really want me to get this in?
I really do. I think, yeah, you are within 5 feet of him when he is going the direct most path.
Alright. Well, he can't fight back this time, so I'm going to do my reckless attack so I have advantage.
Alright. Swing, swing. A 13 clears.
Great.
Hell yeah.
And then I'll throw my Divine Fury on top of that for 20.
You, with a great axe in hand, two-hand swing, it flies to my princess, he says in Undercommon, and then is cleaved in twain as you decapitate him from the waist, I guess?
Just, well, yeah, just...
Party, you've done it.
We even saved a wagon and a mule. Woo-woo!
Max, how long does this flying stuff last?
You have like 8 minutes left.
Alright, I'm... If when it ends, do I just fall?
You instantly gravity takes over.
Alright, I'm just gonna float. Osric goes down to like 5 feet above like the ground and was like, is this how y'all humans feel all the time? My goodness.
You just get eye level.
It's so weird you being at eye level with everyone. Oh, wrong soundtrack.
I see a lot of ass in my time, I gotta say.
That's why you were so mean to the donkeys.
Aww.
Don't even understand. I'm ass level with them too, alright?
Party!
It's not purdy.
You have been successful. You've slain the wyvern, you've slain its sorceress rider. What now?
I believe there's a standing tradition to take the carcass back to town.
Yep.
Other parts.
And then
I'll load it up into the last remaining cart we have and just...
we do have one cart and a couple mules that did not die, so we could conceivably even just leave the cart or like turn it into like a makeshift sled and have them just drag the beast. And
I
Spend the
think
next week going back to town.
I think I recommend that my party do this, and then I'm not a hands-on physical labor type of girl, so I'm gonna loot the body of the warlock.
You know what? Why don't I help you?
No,
I'm
I think
certainly
you
not
can
gonna
chill.
help, though.
You're a big, strong man. You can go get the sled.
Fell
guys.
off a
I know
ladder.
what I am, and I am not.
Goddamn ladder.
I know you have
Climb
like
up
4
a
strength,
ladder.
but strength starts with believing in yourself. If you lift something, you'll get there.
Janal, if you even touch his wyvern while I am lifting it.
Osric threatens him away from helping.
Okay. Quick little note-takey things. You guys are 6 days away back from the town. So this thing does have a chance of going bad or spoiling inside of its meat. That said, if you guys do not wish to process it, mechanically what this will do is the people who are going to roll to harvest this back in town will do so at disadvantage. So it's up to you guys.
I mean, I didn't pack a ton of salt with me, but there is a
this would
pond
be-
over here. Is there something salinic in the pond? Could I potentially preserve it with
You want to throw
the
hundreds of pounds of
alkaline mud of the pond?
But we also have to pull out its
Simon's
guts
area.
and digestion tract. have
We
to
do
field
actually
dress
have a monster meat harvester jewelry maker
How about
with
this?
us.
What if we save processing of the beast next time when Red is just here and he's going to be the
that's
most
fair.
interested in this? We're almost at our cutoff point anyway, so it makes sense that we start next time. Thyman getting his hands dirty in the gut of this beast and also explaining to the party why he has a blowgun. I think you all are
And he's
owed that answer.
really
as-
good with.
However, our hobgoblin does have, well, prior to that, first of all, you're going to notice 2 things. Wyvern, on its tail, where the venomous spike meets the meat and scale, is where you will see a similar band/bracer or cuff, denoting that this creature belongs to Sarl the Insatiable's Kingdom of Fire. You have seen this before on a certain manticore. Next up, you will see that this sorcerer, this warlockish hobgoblin, clearly not a warlock, but a sheer blown sorcerer, does have some scaled ancestry that is preeminent or prevalent or prominent. There we go. Fuck, John. Don't fumble in the last 5 minutes, dude. Showing that this guy is indeed a dragon-descended sorcerer, likely of Sarl the Insatiable as well, Jonal. Or rather, maybe one of his children. Who knows? This guy could be a weird cousin. Not that you are a direct descendant of Sarl either, but
Who knows?
who knows?
I will take a couple of his scales for later comparison.
Sure. Please add them to your sheet. You are going to find 2 things of note. His... Maybe that's a time for... No, it's fine. I can tease it now. You are going to find, 1, a scroll that is written with an ancient script known as Draconic, which, Jonal, even though you speak Draconic, you do not know the written form of it.
Aha! Here's where I've got you, John.
Do you have me? Are you the
I
secret...
cast the comprehend language spell.
You fuck! You bitch motherfucker! Jonal, then you will be able to read that next time when I have written it up, I suppose. Go fuck yourself, Nick, you piece of shit.
I can't normally read, but I can read with comprehend languages.
on
I like
the...
to believe that when you go to a restaurant, you cast comprehend languages on the menu so that you don't have to like.
The waiter
ask.
just keeps coming back every like 5 minutes. Like, do you still need time deciding? It's just like, I haven't even read it yet.
Well, it
to be
lasts
clear,
for an
I have to cast
hour,
this
so I
as a
think you
spell
can-
slot. I have to cast this as a spell slot, so
Oh,
I can't just do this willy nilly.
But what if?
But what if you took Ritual Caster? Regardless,
True.
the second thing that this creature will have is a small folded piece of leather that when it unfurls, you will see an illustration of a certain gemstone already in your possession. For this creature was also looking for spell code to find the Hoarfrost Witch's workshop. And that is what I'm going to tease you all off with. We're going to skip reputation for today. Maybe there could be an argument made for greed. You know what? No, Bell, take a point of greed, for sure. I want you to be greedy. Then I'm going to calculate experience. I do have a question for Pax on a roleplay thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're a man of danger, aren't you, Mr. Man? What's the deal
Just keep
with
falling
you
into
seeking
it.
out the assassins today?
He only had suspicions, and so much stuff's been going on that when he had a night to himself, because you know his roommate Osric goes to bed quite early. Pax had this this gut feeling that if he didn't know for sure, he couldn't. It's just his paranoia acting up. He knows they're after him. He just didn't know if they were on the right trail. He thought he maybe gave him the shake down at the large port in the world map in the south, where he met Bahammaron. He was hoping he gave him the shake there.
Well, you definitely did not. Those guys are coming at you. Just maybe not as quick as you'd expect them to. They were in the same city as you. Why are they waiting as well, Pax?
Probably waiting for me to have enough coin on me to make it worth their while.
Maybe. Guys, everyone take home 980 experience points today. Except for Red, who I will manually add just for the combat. Congratulations. If anyone leveled up, you may do so at your earliest convenience.
I don't believe I did. What is level 5?
6,500, I believe.
Yeah, I'm just short of that. Yeah,
Next time.
that's what I thought. No worries. I blew up a wyvern in a puff of smoke today. That was
Yeah,
sick.
you fucking obliterated that guy. The hellish
The best hellish
energies
rebuke
at
I've
your
ever seen.
command, Bell.
That is probably the highest rolled hellish rebuke I've ever seen. It usually rolls like 2.
Yeah. It's got a big array for sure. Okay. Any shoutouts we want to make?
Ooh,
Shout out to Christmas in February.
Yeah, Christmas in February. Fred, we hope you had fun, and I am not a jilted lover. I promise.
Exactly what a jilted lover would say.
Guys, that's going to be it for us tonight. Unless there's anything else. No, that's it. See you guys later. Don't die. Woo!
See ya.
Stay